Hello everyone on Olga Land's channel. Today, Freak and I will be talking about the pressing issue of renting housing.
Olga Land. Yachts, transfers, excursions, both group and individual. Everything you seek in Antalya. Subscribe.
I want to share a certain incident, yes, a terrible incident regarding rental prices. We found ourselves in such a situation. I would like to share my personal experience with you. We have been living in Antalya for a long time. I have been living in Antalya for 7 years now, and there was this vision that we would work now, earn money, and buy a better place for ourselves instead of renting. Then, after some time, about a year ago, I realized that I wanted a bigger place because buying right now isn't an option. There was such a tactic that would be around February. Every year I will be on the lookout for good prices, nice little apartments that I can go check out for rent and rent for the summer. If not for the whole year, then at least for the summer period, when the kids come, when we relax, when the parents are here. And now, what's happening with rental housing, it's just not unimaginable, some kind of thing. Because if we take a 2+1 apartment, then on average, somewhere around 20,000 lira, and immediately multiply this by 3, that's 60,000 rubles. And this is some of the most simple, worn out, and not furnished apartment. Right now, for a moment, it might seem like that's a normal price. But let's calculate how much such an apartment would actually cost. On average, an apartment that I would want, a decent one with good renovations, costs around 23 to 25,000. All right? Let's take the lowest cost, which is 20,000 lira. In order to rent this apartment, we have to multiply the price by 3 right away, and sometimes even by 4. But let's take the minimum. This is the commission we pay. This is the deposit we give. And this is for the first month. If the apartment is good enough, they ask for 6 months rent up front. If not, then it turns out I have to give 60,000 3 times just to move in. We're not even talking about the water, gas, and some other details that need to be connected in this apartment. What 2+1 means by Turkish standards is a living room, a hall, and 2 additional rooms. It could be a children's room and, for example, a bedroom. I have 2 grown children, 11, and 9 years old. And for me, that's about the age. You understand, right? Teenagers who would probably prefer different rooms and different spaces, at least for the summer, for relaxation. So to live in this apartment, I need to pay 180,000 rubles. And given that perhaps this spring we'll slowly start moving, there's no point in paying 60,000 rubles every month. But the most interesting thing, I calculated with the children that if we spend all this time living in hotels with this money, we will succeed. The same amount, imagine my kids are coming in May. If we go away once a week for 2-3 days, to hotels, to 5-star good hotels, with water slides and all the entertainment, it would actually be much more cost effective. And on top of that, there will be food, entertainment, and a lot of other things. That's why we accepted. This year, we've decided that we won't be moving again, but we'll just manage like this, switching between hotels, which have become much cheaper. But actually, it's surprising because to say that we moved out of those, and all the police, absolutely everyone who was here at the Inzi Pavilion, practically no one is left at all. And I don't know, maybe 10%. Maybe only those who got married or those with kids are left. And about the apartments, everyone else is gone. So landlords keep raising prices as we approach summer. I don't know, if you look at hotel prices, there is a high probability that they will stand idle the entire season. empty or at the end of the season. They might eventually come to their senses, but the situation in the housing and rental market really isn't improving and is only getting worse. I would also like to add, without illusions, an apartment that is around 20,000 lira. I mentioned that's an unfurnished apartment. That means we're moving our furniture from our apartment into that one. And if you want to come to a ready-made home, considering that now in Turkey, they do not allow renting a home for more than 3 months. Firstly, for a month, well, maybe by some secret methods. So, plus, the apartment has to be fully furnished. So expect that this apartment will cost no less than 30,000 lira a month. Plus, we usually multiply that by 3. And if we say right away that we will only be living here in the summer season, it will immediately increase several times. It won't be less. It's most likely going to be about 50,000 lira. So multiplying that by 3, that's 150,000 lira. That's such an unbearable cost. What do you think about it? Has anything changed or not? I'm curious about your opinion. Or am I living in some kind of vacuum and not seeing what's really happening here, right now, in Antalya? Maybe I'm out of touch with the current prices, but it seems to me that they're just insane. Really.
Olga Land. Yachts, transfers, excursions, both group and individual. Everything you seek in Antalya. Subscribe.